Hi students, good evening to all of you and welcome to my channel. Today's topic is Human Development Part 1. So, today we will discuss about how development occurs. So students, this event starts with that formation of a gamete. The formation of a gamete is called as gametogenesis, in which male gametes and female gametes are formed. The male gametes are formed from testes, which produces that male gamete sperm, and this process is called as spermatogenesis. Eggs are produced from ovary of female, by which process named as oogenesis. So sperm and ovum, they are haploid cells and are produced by the process of gametogenesis, which is the first or initial stage of that human development. And after formation of that gametes by the process of gametogenesis, it requires its fusion. And the second stage of this development is fertilization. And during fertilization, the haploid male gamete, that is sperm, and haploid female gamete, that is ovum, they fused together to form a diploid zygote. So the definition is fusion of that haploid male gamete with a haploid female gamete to form a diploid zygote. That process is called as fertilization, which occurs in the oviduct of mother. Particularly, it occurs at the ampulla of oviduct or ampullar ischemic region of oviduct, which is the wider part of oviduct. So fusion takes place there, and this type of fertilization is called as internal fertilization, as fusion of gamete occurs within the body of mother. So students, after fertilization, the result is formation of that diploid zygote, and that diploid zygote is unicellular. 2n number of chromosomes are present within it, but it is unicellular. It has to be divided rapidly so that it can produce that multicellular embryo. So that unicellular zygote get converted into a multicellular embryo by the process named as cleavage. So cleavage is defined as the segmentation of a fertilized egg to form number of blastomeres. So by repeated mitotic division of that zygote, it produces number of blastomeres, but it is no growth phase, as the cell volume or size will not be increased, rather only increase in the number of cells. And initially, up to that formation of 16 cell stage, the division occurs at geometric progression. So the first division up to 16 cell stage, it occurs by geometric progression, but later on the division occurs by arithmetic progression by addition of a number of blastomeres, but initially it is multiplied. So in case of human being, the cleavage is holoblastic and equal cleavage. So here the fertilized egg get converted into two cell states by that initial division of cleavage. Then two blastomeres of equal size are formed. In next or second division, the first division occurs 30 hours after fertilization. So after fertilization, 30 hours after fertilization, the unicellular zygote get converted into two cell stage or two blastomeres are formed. It is made of two cells and it is unicellular. After 40 hours of fertilization, then that two cell stage get converted into four cell stages. So here four blastomeres are formed and it is undergoing geometric progression. First zygote, then it is divided into two cell stages, then four cell stages, then eight cell stage occurs after 72 hours of fertilization. Fertilization after 72 hours, another structure is formed, that is 8 cell stage. Then it also occurs at geometric progression and it produces 16 number of cells later on at the end of day 4 or beginning of day 5. So these initial divisions are occurs by geometric progression. But later on after 16 it will be added as 17, 18, 19, 20 and so on. That is called as arithmetic progression. So the cell number of cells are increased by arithmetic progression, and during this 16 to 32 cell stage, up to 32 cell stage, it is termed as morula. So students, morula is characterized by solid compact ball like masses, and this mass seems to be like that of mulberry fruit. That is why the name is morula. It seems like that of mulberry fruit, hence the name is morula. And morula is characterized by solid compact ball of masses. So number of cells, they tightly joins together. Number of blastomeres, they tightly joins together to form that compact mass of ball. Initially, the outer surface of this morula, the outer cells, they secrete certain protein named as cohesin. It is an adhesive protein which bring about tightly joining of these blastomeres to form that compact ball of masses. So, such process is called as compaction. Tightly joining of these blastomeres bring about compactness of that solid ball and morula, and that process is called as compaction. Then at the day 7th of after fertilization, another developmental structure is formed, that is called as blastocyst. So students, after that morula, the peripheral cells of that morula secretes certain fluid which forces that cells to gather at the animal pole, and that pole is called as embryonic pole, and those cells get attached towards the animal pole, that is called as inner cell mass or embryoblast. This is inner cell mass, and this is the 64 cell stage which occurs after 7th day of fertilization. And there is a cavity formed, that is called as a blastocyst cavity or blastocele, and that blastocyst cavity is filled with a fluid called as blastocyst jelly. So it is covered by albumin protein layer, and the inner cell mass as well as peripheral cells, it covers like that of phagocytic cells. These are flat cells and called as a trophoblast. The inner cell mass and trophoblast togetherly covered by a membrane called as zona pellucida. So this is the structure of that blastocyst, and it is ready to implant in the uterine wall. So the next event is implantation, and during implantation it proceeds towards the uterus and get attached with the upper posterior wall of that uterus, and it bring about about disappearance of that trophoblast layer. When it reached to that of upper thickened layer, upper posterior thickened layer of uterus, the zona pellucida layer disappears when it come in contact with it. By disappearing of that zona pellucida, the phagocytic flat trophoblast cells, they come in contact with that uterine muscle, and as it is phagocytic, it engulf that cells and tissue of uterus and draw nutrition from there to grow that embryoblast or inner cell mass. So prior to it, no growth phase, but during implantation, as trophoblast cells get nutrition from that uterine wall, it grow in its size and completely buried in the wall of uterus. Such type of implantation is called as interstitial implantation. So students, implantation is defined as the attachment of blastocyst into the wall of uterus is called as implantation, as it is completely buried within the endometrium of uterus. Such type of implantation is called as interstitial implantation. And after that, the inner cell mass lies in between that endometrium. Some cells lies, trophoblast cell lies in between that inner cell mass and endometrium at embryonic pole. At which part of the embryonic pole it get attached, that is called as embryonic pole, and it is the animal pole. And the opposite pole is called as abembryonic pole or vegetal pole. So students, attachment occurs at animal pole and embryo develops there by drawing nutrition through that trophoblast cell from the uterine wall. And after that, the trophoblast cell lies in between that inner cell mass and endometrial wall, that is called as cells of Rauber. So it brings about the development of that inner cell mass to get converted into an embryo, but zona pellucida prevent abnormal implantation. So students, when the fertilized egg during its cleavage proceed towards the uterus within the fallopian tube, if zona pellucida get disappears there, then it bring about ectopic pregnancy, as it implant in the wall of oviduct rather than the wall of uterus. So such type of abnormal implantation bring about ectopic pregnancy, and it also lead to the death of mother if it will not be detected earlier. So for normal implantation, zona pellucida should be there and disappear after 7th day of fertilization, when it will come in contact with upper posterior thickened wall of uterus. Then the inner cell mass grow and the trophoblast cells get differentiated into two layers. One is unicellular layer and another is multicellular layer of trophoblast called as syncytial trophoblast. Trophoblast help in formation of that extra embryonic membrane chorion, which form the villi-like structure to form the placenta from its chorionic villi. So students, the inner cell mass proliferate and differentiated into a disc-like structure that is called as embryonic disc, and it has two layers, two walls. This is called as epiblast, and the lower cells are formed the hypoblast. So that epiblast and hypoblast unitedly form a cavity that is called as amniotic cavity, which is filled with amniotic fluid, and it is formed from amniogenic cells. These amniogenic cells are formed from trophoblast cells. And another cavity is formed, that is called as blastocele. This is blastocele, but inner cell mass get differentiated into two layers. The outer layer is called as epiblast and inner is called as hypoblast, which form a disc-like structure that is called as embryonic disc proper. So, by this way, the implantation of that fertilized egg occurs in the wall of endometrium, and then it is followed by the next stage of development, that is gastrulation. Soon after implantation of blastocyst, the blastocyst get converted into another developmental stage, gastrula, and such process is called as gastrulation. And in gastrulation, three germ layers are formed in the form of ectoderm, mesoderm and endoderm, which bring about formation of that future organs of the embryo, which I will discuss in my next video. So, this is all about that human development up to that implantation or blastocyst formation. Then later development occurs by formation of three germ layers. So, thank you students.